This is the real reason most people outlive their money during retirement. My name is Cade Bekanich, certified financial planner and owner of Parkland Financial Group, and I can't even begin to tell you how many people that come to me in their late 60s, 70s, and even 80s that are terrified that their money won't last them through the rest of their life. When you first retire, you see this lump sum of money that you've saved your entire life for, and now it's time to make that transition into this completely new phase of life. You're excited to spend money, you're excited to celebrate, to go on vacations, take your family on trips and going out to eat, and do all of the things that you worked your entire life to be able to do. But the truth is, if you don't have a correct financial plan in place and one that will help keep you on track, it's going to be very difficult to be sure that your money actually does last the rest of your life. When I work with my clients that are unsure of whether or not they have enough money to retire and truly provide for themselves and their families throughout the rest of their time here on Earth, it's really important that we dial in on a few different aspects of their finances. Number one is we take a look at their debt. How much debt do you have? How much does it cost you on a monthly basis? And how long is that debt extended out? Are you going to pay it off in 2 months from now? Are you going to pay it off in a year from now? 2, 5, 10, or even 20 years from now? Because when you enter retirement, it's oftentimes a goal of people who are retiring that they want to have absolutely no debt. And it doesn't mean that you can't retire with debt, especially if you have a plan in place, but it's super important to understand how and why you need to manage your money in order to be sure that you're protected. And you may even guess it, but the number one killer of retirement planning and retirement asset protection is tax planning. Now, I can't say that I've worked with them personally, but I've heard of people retiring with $1 million in their 401k and choosing to pay tax on the entire amount immediately just to simply quote unquote get it over with. That is a terrible decision. Almost no matter what's going on in your life, again, not personalized advice, but I could be almost sure that that's an inappropriate solution to whatever it is that you have going on. Understanding how to manage your qualified accounts such as 401ks, IRAs, SEPs, 403bs, and plenty of other retirement accounts is a major way to not only preserve your wealth, but save on taxes during retirement. So here's an example. If you earn $50,000 in a year and want to take out $25,000 from a 401k or an IRA, you have to understand that that $25,000 distribution is going to be taxed at the same exact rate as your earned income. So if you're in the 22% federal tax bracket and you decide to take out a certain amount of money from your 401k or IRA, you're going to pay that same exact tax rate on your distribution just as you do on the wages from your job. So hold up. If you're taking $100,000 out of a 401k and you make an additional $100,000 in the same exact year, you're going to have $200,000 of earned income, which means that you're going to be in whatever tax bracket that falls into, obviously depending on other income, spousal income, how you file, and things of that nature. But the point is, there's probably a way to keep your taxes lower, keep your account growing, and maximize your overall wealth by proper planning. So without trying to scare you, I'm trying to help you realize that it's extremely important to be diligent with your tax planning, especially when taking money from 401ks, IRAs, and other retirement accounts. And don't forget, those other investment accounts that you have sitting around, no matter how long you've held the investments, even if they are subject to long-term capital gains, are still taxable assets, at least the gains on those. So when it comes to combining distributions from taxable accounts, retirement accounts, and other sources of income, I cannot explain how crucial it is to be sure that you're taking money from the right places at the right time in order to keep your taxes as low as possible. And that's part of what I do as a certified financial planner. Not only do I offer investment management services and help people to put their money in the right places to make it grow over time, but I also help you to come up with strategies to minimize taxes depending on how much money you need, how frequently, and where the money's actually coming from. Because my responsibility to you is to look at your taxable accounts, your retirement accounts, and any other assets that you might have, and determine how and when you should take money from those accounts in order to keep your taxes low. And right now is a great time to start working with an advisor. We're a little bit over halfway through the year. You might be considering how much more money you can or should take out of your retirement account, especially when it comes to those required minimum distributions, which is for a whole nother video. But you want to be sure that you're keeping your taxes low, making the most of your money, and being able to live your life, enjoy yourself, and have a fun retirement without sacrificing peace of mind. There's a difference between retiring because you're ready and you're able to, and retiring because you feel obligated to without a plan. I can't even begin to tell you how many people have been afraid of working with an advisor because of the fees associated with it. But the truth is, in 1 or 2 meetings, it's not unlikely for me to save you more in taxes than my entire year's fee. And that doesn't mean that I'm cheap. It just means that there is so much opportunity for improvement in your financial plan in ways that you don't even know exist. The purpose of this entire video is to help you take retirement seriously. So whether it's your own personal retirement, a spouse, a friend, or especially a parent, be sure that they engage with a certified financial planner to help them prepare for this next stage of life, prepare for tax minimization strategies, and invest in assets that are appropriate according to risk tolerance, need for liquidity, and many other things that should be taken into consideration when it comes to investment and retirement planning. There are plenty of other videos on this channel about retirement planning, how to make money last throughout your retirement, tax minimization strategies, and so much more, so please don't forget to check those videos out. Again, I'm Cade Bekanich, certified financial planner and owner of Parkland Financial Group. Financial Group. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.